Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. So I haven't had time to film in such a long time. I have 3 children. I have family visiting from overseas. It's the holidays. I mean, just so many things going on. I really couldn't find the time, but I finally found some time this morning and I knew this was long overdue. So I decided to film, and today I really wanted to introduce you to my Chanel Flapbag collection. And my collections consist of 3 bags that I call my Trinity. They are my holy grail bags, and I'm so excited that I have all 3 of them, especially thinking of the recent price increases Chanel had once again. And so I'm appreciating them a lot more these days. So I do plan to introduce them to you in the order I purchased them. I'll go over like why I chose these bags and features of the bag. And I will also disclose the price I paid for each of the bags because I know that a lot of people don't like to disclose the prices on their YouTube channel, and it's due to the negativity that can arise from that. But for me personally, when I was doing my research, I found it really helpful when everybody told me exactly what they paid for it. And so in hopes that I'm going to be helping somebody who's doing their research on their dream bag, I'm going to be disclosing the prices I paid. So let's get started. So the first bag that I purchased was back in November of 2016, and it was this beauty right here. This is the Chanel Mini Rectangular in the black caviar leather with the light gold hardware. And I chose this as my first because I really wanted my first purchase to be from the boutique directly and not from the secondhand market. The mini rectangulars actually go for more than retail on the secondhand market just because they are so highly sought after. And so, I thought that would be the perfect choice for me because I knew for the other, Holy Grail bags that I had on my list, I knew that I was going to go pre-love for them because just retail for them would be way more than I could contemplate spending on one bag. And this one was right about that range where I knew I was comfortable spending or splurging that much. So that's why I chose this as my first, and it's really great because especially because of the size. I mean, it looks like it can't hold a lot, but it holds a ton. Because of the size, it can go from day to night so easily. I mean, it looks so casual when you wear it with like jeans and a t-shirt, but then when you dress it up, it looks so elegant. So I really love the size, and I really love this as my first Chanel flat bag. And this one is considered a seasonal bag. It's not a classic flap, but it does look exactly like the classic flaps. And yeah, I think it looks beautiful, and it's great as your first if you want to go that route. So at the time that I purchased this, it was $3,100 before tax. Soon after, they raised the price to $3,300, and then most recently, about a month and a half ago, they raised it one more time to $3,500. So these bags I know are only going to go up in price, and so I'm glad I got it when I did, especially because, like I said, that season had that beautiful edge stitching and the beautiful caviar leather. So the next bag that I knew I was going to get was going to be this beautiful bag right here. And I'm going to move that box. This is the Chanel Jumbo in the black caviar leather with the silver hardware. And I knew I really wanted a double flap for this bag, even though it does add the weight. I feel like the double flap really it's so unique and special to Chanel flap bags. I really wanted to experience that, and I knew I had to have the double flap and not the single. I chose this jumbo over the medium large because of the fact that the strap is long enough to be worn crossbody. And like I said, crossbody is a must for me because of my 3 kids. I have to be hands-free like so many times during the day, and so I knew that the medium large would not work for me. And the size is just perfect to carry everything that you would ever need. And wearing it crossbody, it does the strap is a little long. So what I do, I will kind of like pinch it in right here and tie it down with like a Chanel ribbon, and then it works perfectly. So that's how I've been carrying her, and I really, really love this bag. And I knew that I was gonna get my classics from the pre-loved market again because of the prices. When I was looking for this bag, the price of Chanel jumbos were $5,900 before tax, and you know, $6,000 for one handbag was way more than I was comfortable spending. And so I was looking at all the pre-loved sites. I looked at Fashion File, Yugi's Closet. I looked at Vestiaire Collective, The Real, just and all of them, and eBay even. But I found the best deals on the Facebook Addicted group, and that's where I found this one. And this bag was listed really, really well priced, but it wasn't selling. It was there for a few days. And usually when things are listed really well, like the price is really low, they get snatched up really quickly. And so I was kind of curious as to what was going on. And so I contacted the seller and I asked, and she told me it was because it was missing the authenticity card. And I know if you're not familiar, Chanel bags all come with authenticity cards. And an authenticity card it's not proof that it's authentic. It's really not, because those can be replicated so easily. However, when you are selling, it gives you ease of mind for the buyer when you have the card and everything, so that they can verify whether this is authentic or not. And so I was, kind of put down by the fact that it didn't have the card, and I really thought about it, and I thought, you know what, it's such a good deal. But so I'm just gonna make an offer, and that I feel comfortable paying for this bag without the card. And if she accepts the offer, then I'm gonna get it. If not, then I'll just, move on to the next one. So I really lowballed her. I gave her a price that I knew was gonna be a good deal for me. And to my amazement, she accepted. And she did give the reason behind why she accepted it. She had actually sold this bag on a payment plan, but the buyer had backed out. So she was able to keep the 20% deposit that the buyer had paid. And so she was able to give that savings and transfer it to me and accept the price that I gave her. So this bag, like I said at the time, was retailing for $5,900 before tax, and she had listed it for just under $4,000. And the price that I offered her and I paid for this bag was $3,600, which I think is amazing for a bag in this great condition. And this is a 17 series, so it was from 2013. It came with the box, the camellia, the tissue paper, the boutique booklet, which is that card where the boutiques will fill out with the serial number and the date of purchase, and then put a stamp of their boutique on it. And she also included a shopping bag. It came with everything, but it was missing the authenticity card. But she emailed me, or she messaged me the day she sent this out. She said, "This is the tracking number, and for your information, I just located the authenticity card, and so I was able to send that to you as well." And I was ecstatic. I was like, "Oh my God, are you serious?" So I got this full set with everything, and I paid only $3,600 for it, which I think is amazing. And these bags currently, with the recent price increase, are now going for $6,200 before tax. And so I got this at like 50% off of retail price, and I didn't pay tax on it. So I think that's amazing. And that's the kind of deals you can find if you are really, diligent and doing your research and looking for them. So like I said, this bag is in immaculate condition. The caviar is a bit matte and more sturdier than a lot of the other seasons, but I really like that about it because of the size of this bag. I feel like when you're wearing it, you can get a lot of wear and tear on it, especially if you wear a crossbody. You'll have it swinging around and hitting you and other, things around you. But this, because of the sturdy caviar, it holds its structure so well, and you can see from the sides and the back like how well the structure is considering the age of this bag. So I think I really lucked out when I found this, and I'm super ecstatic to have this in my collection. So the next bag that I made a purchase on was the final piece of my Chanel puzzle. And I was gonna get this from the beginning. This was actually the bag that I wanted the most. But you know, like I said, the first one I wanted to be from the boutique. The second one, I really wanted to get the one with the CC. And this was because I knew these were going up in price every year. Like it felt like that to me. And I knew that these were more popular on the market, and whereas the reissue, like it didn't hold its value as well as these bags did. And so I knew I wanted to get a reissue, but I pushed it to the end of my search because of that. And another thing was I couldn't decide on what hardware and what size to get. So I went back and forth with the aged gold hardware and the ruthenium hardware. And I also went back and forth on whether to get the 225 size or the 226 size. And I actually purchased 2 bags and sold 2 bags before I finally found one perfect bag for me. And I'm gonna do separate reviews on these bags in the future at a later date. So I will go over that entire story of the trial and error when I do the review on the reissue. But I ended up buying this one, and it is this beautiful bag right here. So this is the Chanel reissue in the aged calfskin and the ruthenium hardware, and this is the 226 size. And like I said, I went through trial and error to get this, but I finally found the perfect one for me. As you can see, well, let me first say this is a 15 series, so it's from 2011. But as you can see, the leather is so beautiful. I mean, you don't have excessive wrinkling on it or excessive like structure loss or anything. Like no creasing where there shouldn't be creases. It's just in such beautiful, amazing condition. And you can't, I mean, because of the lights, this is coming off really shiny on camera, but in real life, it's kind of like in between. It has a sheen, but it's not shiny at all. And it's very soft and like kind of matte in a sense, but it's amazing. I mean, you really have to feel this leather to appreciate it. And pictures and videos do not do this bag justice. This is just an amazing bag. And even for me, when I first look at these bags from like pictures of Instagrammers and all that, I didn't get it. I didn't see the appeal. But when I saw this bag in person at a store, I was like, oh, that's why. Because to have it in your hands and to feel it, the weight of it and the way it looks and feels in person is like no other. And another thing is the chain. The chain is, they call this the bijou chain, and it is super, super luxurious. And if it just drapes on your shoulder, on your hand beautifully, and it just feels so, so nice. And so you can tell I really love this bag. And this one, I found, I bought this one through an IG seller, but she is also a member of the Facebook group, and she is amazing. She was able to give me a great deal on this bag as well. It came full set with everything. It is made in France, as you can see, and the inside is spotless. It is so clean. The reissue, because it can be folded flat, will get this creasing up top, and you'll see that inside the double flap as well, but it doesn't bother me at all. That's just natural. I mean, for a bag from 2011 to look like this, I think is amazing. And like I said, it can be stored flat. And so this is the only bag that I store without stuffing it. The only place I will stuff it will be right here in this front pocket. And I'll let you know why in a minute after I tell you what I paid for this bag. So at the time, this 226 size is actually, retails for the same as the Chanel Jumbo. So at the time it was $5,900 before tax. Well, I was able to get this bag for 3,300 before tax, which is amazing. It's amazing. Currently, this again, same price increase as the jumbo. It's currently going for 6,200, so that's more than 50% off of retail currently. And I mean, this is why I went pre-love, because I knew I was going to be able to find these amazing deals for just amazing bags. And that's why Chanel, I mean, the fact that when you purchase these bags pre-loved at those prices, in a few years time, if you decide this is not the bag for you, you can probably recover most or all, or even make a couple of $100s on these bags depending on what the prices are currently. And so I feel like it's a great investment, and I do highly recommend pre-love for these classic flap bags. But this bag is amazing. And oh, I did say I was going to tell you about this. So these bags, when you look at it online and you look at the pictures, a lot of the really used ones, you can see that there is a crease right here. And that's because when you close this bag is so soft and cushy. When you close this without anything inside of it, or you don't have a lot of things inside of it, you'll push down on this turn lock. That's what most people do. And see what's happening? You get this crease where you push it down. And so if you don't have anything supporting it right here, what happens is you'll get that crease. And I've seen bags pre-love that have creases that come from here all the way across, and you know, kind of have like, you know, cat whiskers here, and it's not really pretty in my eyes. And so I make an effort to keep this always supported. When you have your like stuff in there and close it, it's actually, the stuff inside of the bag will support it, so it's fine, especially if you put your phone right here. It gets supported fine, so you don't have that using it. But when you're storing it and this gets pushed down, then it could result in a lot of creasing. And so that's why I put this bubble wrap envelope folded up and right in there. And that way, when it's stored, it doesn't get pushed down and doesn't leave that ugly creasing there. So anyways, I love this bag. I love that I have it in my collection. I can't tell you how much I've been enjoying my Chanel bags. And you know, I got one every year. And so from 2016, I got this one in 2016, this one in 2017, and this one this year in 2018. And I am set. I don't have any desire to purchase any more currently, especially with the price hikes. And you know, when the retail price increases, then the pre-love prices do tend to increase as well, although it's not like it's going to start today. No, it goes a little bit more gradual, but they do increase nonetheless. And so I'm really happy that I have these 3 bags in my collection. I think I'm set. I don't see myself selling these in the near future. I think these will all be forever bags for me. And yeah, like I said, I'll do separate reviews for all of them. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you would like me to address anything while I do my reviews, please have the questions down below, and I will answer them as best I can. And if you like this video, I would really appreciate a like, you know, a thumbs up. And to all of you, the few people who have subscribed to my channel, I really appreciate you guys, and I'm so happy that you did. And I hope that I can give more information out to you that's useful and that, you know, that can help you guys out in your research. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.